Hey guys, what's up? Shin0555 here, coming at you with another drawing video. It's Sunday, so we're back at it again. And today's video, we are going to be drawing the Spot, the Spider-Man villain. He's the villain in the second Spider-Verse movie. And we're drawing kind of like that variation on him today. And this video really wasn't requested. Basically, last week, if you catch that episode, I drew Spot the dog from the children's story. And in the comments, I'm not going to pronounce your name right. I'll just spell it out. MUHITTINREYIZ 8802 commented, and he thought it was Spot from the Spider-Verse movie, and I was just like, oh, that would be a really cool how to draw video. So yeah, that's why we're drawing him this week. So we're drawing another Spot, and yeah. So again, I know you didn't request it, but thank you for writing that comment. Gave me the idea to do this one, and I think this would be a fun one to draw. So anyway, guys, let's get our pencils ready and let's jump in. But before that, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That really does help me out. Thank you. Okay, let's jump into this. Alright guys, so to draw a Spot here, what we're going to do is draw a nice kind of small circle right here. This is basically going to be the placement for his head. And then once we've got the placement for his head, you can kind of draw like an oval around the circle. And then we can get a nice kind of small circle here. This is going to go into like his arm. So it's going to go down here, he's going to have like his elbow. And then it'll go down into like his hand right about there. Then his upper body is going to be like a little curve line like this. We should have something that looks something like that. And then this version of Spot actually has like a gut to him. So it kind of goes out like that. We'll have a little bit of space here, but here we'll have like a nice circle. It'll go down into his foot here. Like that. His arm will go out right about here, and then we'll have his hand right around there. So that's pretty much good for the gesture that we need, so let's jump into it. And one good thing about Spot is he's not very detailed. He's just kind of like a human shape. So basically what we're going to do here is on this circle, we're going to just draw a line extending down past it like this. And then what we're going to do is draw kind of like a straight line right underneath like that. And now we're just going to go rough out like kind of like a head shape. I guess if you wanted the eyes, they'd be somewhere right here. So we're just going to kind of go up, straighten it up around here. Same thing here, we're just going to draw a line going, curving up, kind of straighten it out, and then we're going to kind of follow this circle that we have here for like the top of his head. Because he's looking like dead on. So you should have a nice shape that looks something like this. I'm going to round off the edges a little bit so it's not as sharp. But you should have something that looks similar to this. Right about here we're going to get a little curve line for like his like under his lip. And then here for his face, it's just this big kind of hole spot. So you just kind of draw like jaggedy kind of shapes like this, and we'll go in a little bit. Again, there's no exact pattern for this, and again, I think the spots on his body actually change in this movie, so like again, there's really no exact, so just kind of draw a blobby type shape and you should be good. So now we got his head done, we could actually start drawing in his arm here. So his arm, kind of the easiest way to do it, I just kind of like going into it. So I'm going to start right here, and we're just going to draw a line going down and then in like this. So you get kind of like almost like a V. And then here we're going to get a line going out, kind of curving around the circle here like that. So you should get a shape that looks something like that. This line's going to extend out a little bit farther than this one. And then we'll get kind of like a little bump here for his arm. Alright, so it's going to go out, kind of curve in right about there. And then here we're just going to get a line curving out. And then going in to where the elbow is, right about there, like that. And now here for the forearm, basically it goes out and then like in. So you get kind of like this diamond type shape. So what we want to do is just draw a line kind of curving out. And then just kind of quickly curve it in towards the wrist there like that. Kind of the same thing here. What we're going to do is start a little bit before this line ends. Kind of draw a little bump for the elbow. And then this line actually stays a lot straighter. It doesn't go like out like this one does. It just kind of goes straight down like that. And then from here we could just draw on the hand. So the hand's pretty simple. It's a line kind of going out here and here like that for the thumb. Then this hand goes down, like kind of curves out and then down. And then you just get the series of fingers going out. But what we're going to do is draw then the thumb. And we're just going to go off this line, draw a curved line going out like this. And then curve it down into a spike here. And then once we got the spike, it's going to curve over and then in like that. And then we're going to start a little bit before this line ends and go down. And then curve it in and around like this. And then here we're just going to go straight up. And then just kind of curve it into the wrist there like that. And then we draw the rest of the fingers. So this finger is going to go down and then over. And you just want to kind of make them spiky like so. And then this one's just going to curve out. In. And then this one will just be kind of like a little spike going out there like that. And a little bit more detail here. You could draw a little kind of like U shape right here for like the indent in the elbow. And you could draw like a little curved line here for like a muscle for the shoulder. Like that. But you're pretty good there. So now that we got that done, we can kind of draw in his upper body. So his upper body is this kind of weird shape. So like right behind his head, his back's going to kind of curve in like this, so like a U. And then it's just going to go out, and then in, and then just kind of curve in. And you kind of want to keep it straight. So you want to draw kind of like a straight line going out here. It's going to curve down. Actually, that's too steep. It's going to go out, and then just kind of curve down. It's going to get to like a little bit of a point where you're going to round it off there. And then it's just going to go down, and then kind of right here on the chest line, it's just going to straighten out and go in. And then right about here will be like the center line for his body. So you get the line right here for his chest. And then here we're just going to get a line that goes over and then up like that. And then we will see his collarbone. So his chin's kind of covering it up, but it would be like a little indent here. And then just kind of like a straight line going out there like that. And then another straight line going out here like so. And then for his the rest of his body, basically you're going to kind of follow this shape. Going down, it's going to curve in a little bit. And then it's going to curve out. And then we're going to go down, kind of straighten out near the bottom before going up. And it's going to just kind of curve in like that. Again, he's not very, he's a little pudgy. So keep that in mind while you're drawing it. But you should have something that looks like that. And then here, very simply, you're just going to draw a curved line going in like this. And when you hit that curved line, you're going to draw a line kind of going across it like that. And then here, you're just going to draw a line going over like this. This is his arm going into a portal. And to make it like it's going into something, you can kind of just draw like an oval around it like that. And now we could draw in his foot, or his leg. So I like to start off with the knee. And the knee is pretty simple. It's kind of like this straight line on top. And then it's going to go down and then in. And keep this light, by the way. This is just like a gesture. And then here we're going to go down and then in. So it's kind of going to be like his knee. There's going to be like a center line going down this way. But for his leg, what we're going to do is start right about here. And now we can start drawing in hard. So we're going to draw a line going out. It's going to bump out, very similar to what we did kind of like right here on the arm. It's going to bump out a little bit, but then just kind of curve down like this into the ankle. And then we're going to start right about here and draw a line going down. It's going to curve out, but it's going to curve out like the max point where like this curves is right about here. This is going to do this right about here. So like the max curve is going to go out a little bit lower than this one. And then just kind of go in like that. And then for the knee here, we could just darken in this line. I'm just going to round it off a little bit more so it's not as sharp looking. And we're going to put a little bit of space in between this line and that line. So just darken this in like that. going to darken in that line like so. You could draw like this line, this middle line there, like that. And now we could go straight into the foot here. So the foot's not too bad. It's basically just like a foot shape. Something like that. But we're going to refine it a little bit more. So it goes straight off of here, curve down. I'm going to kind of give it a little bit more of an angle here. And it's going to go in. And then when you get to like the heel part, it's going to dip in like this. So you're going to have a curve going in. It's going to go out, up, and then kind of in like that to the line. So you should get a foot shape that looks something like that. And then just to kind of finish off the knee, we're going to start a little bit before this line ends. And you're basically going to just draw this kind of big half circle around here. Because again, his leg's going through like the portal he created. So there's kind of like a gap in between there. So I'm going to zoom out and we're going to draw in the portal now. Which is very simple. You basically just draw kind of like a jaggedy kind of circle line like this, kind of going around them. I'm going to leave like a space in between here, so I'm going to make sure it like kind of dips in here where the hand's going to be, and then we're just going to go out. And you just kind of want it like something like that, just kind of like a jaggedy kind of shape that goes around them like so. And now we can finish off this hand going through the portal here. So, what I like to do is start off with like the thumb. So the thumb's going to be like this oval, then the rest of his hand's going to go out, kind of curve around like that, and then go in right about there. And then these lines would extend out, and the fingers always go in like an arc when they're like this. So like, we'll have that nice arc. We'll have the thumb going out here, and then we'll have his wrist. There'll be two lines going down. And then we'll have like the portal, very similar to how we did it right here. We're basically going to draw the same shape. And then you'll just get like that orby, kind of jaggedy line there, like that. But now that we've got that done, we can actually just start drawing in here. So I'm going to start from the wrist, going into the thumb. We're just going to draw a line going up like this. Then we're going to go across, and then we're going to curve it in and up like that. Go down, and we're going to have a bump going in like so. Then for the rest of the fingers, it's pretty much, we got like 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them. And they're pretty much just going to go out their own separate ways like that. So basically what we're going to just do is just go over, up, square it off on top, and then go down, over, up. And again, you want to follow the arc that you made. So you don't want them going all perfectly straight. You want them kind of following this arc. Go down, and you're basically just drawing these like really long rectangles like that. And then we're going to go down and then over and then in like so. And then we'll get like 2 little curve lines here for like that little muscle in his wrist. And then we'll get like a spot here as well. So you just draw a little jagged line. Do that same kind of curve line that goes around the arm. And then we just finish off the jagged portal there like that. And the last thing that we need to do is just, and again, there's no real definitive way to do this. There's no real rhyme or reason. You just have to start drawing spots on them. So again, very similar to like how we did the circle. We could do it like that. So just jagged lines. You just kind of want them kind of just going everywhere. Maybe bunch some up together to give like a little bit of variety. But you kind of all want them all to be kind of like blobby shapes. You don't want like long lines like this. I think you want to avoid that. You want to keep them as circle as possible. So I'll have some going off here. Like that. Maybe some on like the edge here. Like so. A little bit on here. And again, he'd have them on his legs. And again, you can just go crazy with it. You can put them anywhere you want. I think it would be pretty cool to do like some on his like fingertips, like that. Maybe like a little dot here, and change the variety. Make some small ones, make some big ones, like that. Again, and there's really no rhyme or reason. I think they change too. Like they kind of like move around his body. So again, there's no definitive like, oh, you need to draw them this way. So just kind of go crazy with it. Do whatever you like to do. Make it look good. But that is pretty much how we draw Spot from the Spider-Verse movie. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you you like this one. I thought this would just be a cool how to draw. I thought he was a cool character. I like his power too. He makes like portals, and you can put like his hand through. He's kind of like I think Janemba can do that in Dragon Ball Z. But very cool character. But other than that, I will put the sketch that I just did up here. I will put the ink version I did up here as well, so you can get like a good idea of both of them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or concerns down in the comment section below. And if you have requests, feel free to leave that in the comment section as well. But other than that, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That really does help me out. And other than that, I will see you next Sunday for another How to Draw video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.